Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of DTF Trending Topics.
My name is Frankie.
And my name is Herb. Frankie, what do we have today?
We are going to be talking about a few things. First, we're going to give a brief update on the WGA strike, right?
Yes.
Yes, like some very, very good things recently came out earlier this week.
Yeah.
Next thing we're going to move into, we're going to be talking about the infamous Amber Heard. Recently, did you know that she was banned from the Aquaman 2 promo tour?
Banned from the tour, like she can't go on any media press or anything like that?
Exactly.
She's in the movie?
She was in the first one.
Wow. So they just don't want her
I don't
anywhere.
recall her dying.
That's right, yeah. Okay.
Last, we're going to talk about a feud going on in Hollywood. Martin Scorsese versus the MCU.
That's right. Man, we have a real life Thanos.
Real life Thanos. All right, Herb. Take away what recently came out with a strike.
So let's talk a little bit about what happened before the there was an agreement with the strike with the protesters.
Yeah.
So what was happening was a lot of writers for a lot of shows. We all know that Netflix not only have their own shows, we know that they also buy shows from other networks and everything like that, and just people who are selling. So these writers only basically get paid a one fee for their script, and that's it. So let's for an example, the Squid Game creator, popular show, came out in 2021. Everyone was home during the pandemic. Everyone watched it. #1 streamed Netflix show at the time. And because of the contract that Netflix have when purchasing certain TV shows, he had no control or no
additional money coming in, even though that joint was a hit.
Exactly. Obviously, he is still going to be part of the sequel somehow, some way. They do have some sort of respect for the creator, but bro, he sold it to Netflix. It's all there. So the whole deal about that is they wanted to change that. They wanted some sort of residual from all the popularity that they're getting. So let's talk about the update that the agreement's about. There is a 3-year deal that outlines a 12.5% pay increase, starting with a 5% upon the contract's ratification. For the following 2 years, writers will receive 4% and 3.5% increases in the respective years. So they were on strike for 148 days, and before that happened, the writers asked for a 16% raise. So they're getting 12.5%. They were basically almost there for the agreement. Now, this is where the interesting part comes in. In addition to those raises, writers secured a 76% increase in foreign streaming residuals. According to the Writers Guild, this will increase their residuals from Netflix from $18,000 to $32,000 for a single 1 hour long episode. So to break this down a little bit, let's say a creator here in the States made a show, sold it to Netflix, and it's not too popular here, but it's popping off in Australia, popping off in Europe. It's just popular elsewhere. But his contract stated you'll get paid for what's happening here in the U.S. Exactly. So now, if there's any popularity in other countries and foreign countries, they're gonna get the residual checks.
That's good. That's because it's good. Like you talked about Squid Games just went off over here in the States. That also happened with another show, Money Heist. You watch Money Heist?
Yeah, exactly.
Money Heist was such a bombshell.
Yes. But flopped that show was Spain.
Yeah, Spain, right? Did so terribly in Spain. When it got to America, like I saw an interview with the actors. They thought they were done.
Yeah.
They thought, well, let's retire, guys. And then, oh, hello? America. What?
America likes it?
Okay. So, yeah, man. And Money Heist was a great show. Fun fact, last year for Halloween, I dressed up as one of the Money Heist guys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And man, I was out and about and people were just singing to me in the streets. People were just singing to me.
Right.
You would have thought I was a celebrity. But I realized that I was also the only one dressed up as Money Heist.
I mean, at least you dressed up last year, like what was it, like a year or two after the show ended? Because bro, everybody was dressed up like that for Halloween when that was popping. So yeah. So yeah, what do you have to say about this agreement that they have? Do you think they won or what?
Well, it's tough to say who wins, right? The only people who win in Hollywood are the people that write the checks, because they get first money out. First money in, first money out.
Mm-hmm.
The only people who win are the ones that write the checks. But this is definitely an improvement to their living status now, right? I understand that the contract also, guarantees staffing requirements. It also guarantees proper use of AI technology in the writing room. So a win, sure, let's call it a win, right? They're definitely more secure in their status as a writer in Hollywood.
Which was very important to them because think about it. In the 80s and 90s or 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, even 30s, when 2D animation, when people were drawing with their bare hands, and then it shifted into 3D animation with Toy Story in 1995, I believe.
Yeah.
Bro, people were upset. A computer? What do you mean? You didn't draw this? Bro, people didn't want it, that they didn't want it.
Change is hard to accept.
Exactly.
I remember,
now look where we're at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say, I remember I saw an interview, like a TV thing, right? It was a news report when seatbelts in cars first came out. Everybody, they were filming people on the news. It's my car. I don't need no seatbelt. I know how to drive.
I like the accent you're putting because we know who is specifically has an issue with change.
So change is hard to accept, but this is a good change in the writer's room.
Yeah, they don't have to be afraid of the AI technology for now, at least for a good time.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Amber Heard, your favorite actress.
Why do you do that? Don't be putting those things on me, bro. But Amber Heard is banned from the Aquaman promo tour.
Yes, banned. Actually, they had to put that out there. Like, hey, you're banned.
Yeah.
Wow. Did she actually did she have any intentions of actually pulling up saying, hey guys, it's me, Amber Heard. Who wants to really see me?
Yeah, nobody's checking for her in that movie anyways, she had a role in the first one. And the character she plays is important, but
yes,
she didn't get much promo in the first film either. You know who got all the play? Jason Momoa, and then Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe?
Yeah, he was in the movie.
Willem Dafoe was in the movie.
Yes,
Green Goblin.
Yes, he was not Green Goblin.
No, I know, but I mean, I know that.
Yes, but Willem Dafoe. He played the guy who trained.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I do remember that. Okay.
So my question is, why is she banned from the promo tour?
Yeah.
So I actually want to say that they did the same exact thing recently with Ezra Miller.
Oh, that's right.
Herb, I want to let you know that we had a conversation. I want you to know that you've been heard. Okay. You've been heard. But Ezra Miller, right? He was banned from the Flash promo tour as well, right? The only thing he showed up to was the premiere, and it's probably going to be the same situation here, or maybe not, because Amber Heard doesn't even live in America anymore. She denounced her American citizenship and moved to another country. I don't recall which country it was, but she is not an American citizen anymore.
She's in Madrid. Well, I saw an article recently that she was in Madrid with her family, whatever. So I'm assuming it's over
probably
there.
So why is she banned from this tour? So this goes back to what everybody knows happened last year, the court trial. It was insane. Why was this thing televised?
Dude, worldwide. Like, again, I was telling you earlier, Johnny Depp, yeah, sure, we all know Johnny Depp. Of course he has his own fan base, but this is not Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Yeah. This isn't even this dude that just got Kevin Costner, is it?
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, Kevin Costner and his wife, that's a huge story, but it's not even as huge as Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. It's insane to me.
Yeah. So Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, they actually got divorced in 2017, and she was awarded $7 million for spousal support. Towards the end of that divorce, a joint statement was released by them saying that their relationship was, quote, insanely passionate and periodically volatile, but always bound by love. Neither party made false accusations for financial gain. There was never any intent of physical or emotional harm. So, why did the court trial happen so recently if they were divorced in 2017 and they had this court trial last year? After their divorce, each person signed an NDA banning either one of them from speaking about their relationship publicly. Well, she must have forgotten about that NDA because in 2018, she had an interview with a UK magazine where she alleges him to be a wife beater.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And that's where it all happened.
And everything that took place in the trial, you saw it. You know, people saw it. The things that were being said, the allegations against Johnny Depp, the allegations against Amber Heard herself.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think it's because she lost that trial.
And then they don't want that on the promo tour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She lost that trial. She lost the court of public opinion and an actual judicial court. And, you know, that's just the consequences of being a villain in real life.
I did question that as well. When you told me this, I was like, what? Why? Like, it's not like she's going to come and like make a scene or anything like that. But then I thought about it. The media will.
Yeah.
The media is going to. And I said, what's the point? People are, it's about the film, not her. And that's when it hit me. Oh, yeah, the night's about the film, not her. But the media is going to see her and be like, oh, Amber Heard has stepped out for the first time and whatever.
Media has changed so much. Yeah. Now it's their job to get the scandal.
That's right.
You know, so exactly. If Amber Heard shows up on the promo tour, they're going to say, you know, like you said, it's her first time out since this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
so
right.
She's not going to be at the junket. You know what a junket is?
I do not.
A junket is when all these media agencies book an entire hotel. And the cast of the movie go from room to room interviewing with these media entities.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So, I've seen a lot of those.
So she won't be at the junket. She's not allowed to, I'm not going to say she's not allowed to promote the movie on her own, I guess, but she's not allowed on the tour.
Okay.
You know, if she sends out a tweet, go watch Aquaman 2, you know, in parentheses or not. I don't know, you know? Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they ban her from promoting the film on her own, but she definitely won't be on that tour.
Wait, you're saying she tweeted that?
No, I'm not saying she did. I'm saying if she does, I don't know if there are any consequences for being a villain in real life for doing that.
That's wild. I actually heard Johnny Depp got her that role, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's Warner Brothers that owns DC, right?
He has a very good relationship with them.
Yeah, I heard that he requested for Amber to have a role in that.
Wow. If that's the case, how unappreciative of her.
Now, let's move on to the main topic of our trending topics of today. What is going on in Hollywood? So we have this legend, a filmmaking icon. Let's put it like that, because though he may disrespect the movies we like, we can't deny the fact that we respected his film and work. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt that he has films that we don't like. You know, I'm pretty sure you have some. I have some myself.
What's your favorite?
My favorite of Martin Scorsese? Man, I feel like I'm going to be so typical if I say Wall Street or Goodfellas, but I really like Taxi Driver.
Yeah?
Yeah. Did you see it?
I never saw Taxi Driver, but I do know that was the first time him and Bobby De Niro worked together.
That is correct. And did you like Joker by any chance?
Joker was great, yeah.
Joker and Taxi Driver gives off the same vibe.
I've heard that comparison, yeah.
It gives off the same vibe.
I've heard that comparison. My favorite Martin Scorsese film is actually a tie between Goodfellas and The Departed.
Okay, I have not seen The Departed, bro. Only because I know a specific scene when the elevator opens.
Yeah.
I know that part. So because I know that, I'm like, I have no...
It's a fantastic story anyways.
Okay.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, Leo DiCaprio should have won the Oscar for this movie. I don't know what took him so long, but Leo DiCaprio should have won the Oscar for The Departed.
Really?
Yeah. I advise you watch it. I encourage you to watch it.
I'll watch it. That's definitely on my list. It's just like Shutter Island. Well, Shutter Island I watched, but Shutter Island I refused to watch for a long time because I know how it ended. But when I watched it, like you said, it was a good story. So great story. So I believe The Departed as well. So yes, Martin Scorsese, the legend, the icon. He has an issue with superhero films. He has an issue with Spider-Man. He has an issue with people in tights. He has what is this dude like? Okay, you know what? I understand. The game is changing and he can't keep up.
Yeah.
He can't keep up and it's understandable. So let's talk a little bit about it.
So what's going on here? In a 2019 interview with Empire magazine, Scorsese was going on and on about his love, adoration, and passion about filmmaking. It was said the only thing that he's not enthused about in filmmaking are superhero films. right? And in this quote, he specifically called out the MCU, saying, quote, "I don't see them. I tried, but that's not cinema. Honestly, the closest I can think of them, as well made as they are, with actors doing the best they can under the circumstances, is theme parks.
Ooh.
It isn't the cinema of human beings trying to convey emotional, psychological experiences to another human being." End quote. That's what Martin Scorsese said. Pow! Shots fired.
Bro, that's how you could tell his age. You see, like, he said that so respectfully, but that was such a diss. That was such a diss.
So before we get too much into it, do you agree with him or not? It sounds like you don't.
Man, I feel like I'm really on the fence about this one. I really, really do. Mainly because I appreciate what he's done. When growing up, I fell in love with cinema specifically because of how things looked on set, to know how movie was actually made, Nowadays, it's now, suited up, a lot of green screens. You're in an indoor studio, which sure still seems like fun, but it's just not what I grew up watching or he grew up doing himself. But I'm a very huge fan of today's, cinema, so I'm very much on the fence about it. I don't think he's wrong, but I do think he's wrong to say that it's not cinema.
I 1000% agree with him. I do. Right? I absolutely do. And this has a little bit to do with my bias against action films, because that's what the MCU is, really. It's a lot of action films. A ton of action. Right? Actually, I'll say this too. The best thing in the MCU, right, is the best thing in the MCU is one of their TV shows, Loki.
Yes.
Yeah. Loki is not packed with an incredible amount of action. Do you know in the first season of Loki, the last scene, right, the climax of the entire series is a 30-minute conversation. That was the climax. And it was just captivating to just listen to Jonathan Majors speak that long in the last episode,
Yeah.
So that's the best thing I'll say. But I'll say this, right? I agree with him because the MCU, right? It's all adaptive. It's all adaptation is what I want to say.
You are correct about that.
It's all adaptation. There's no creating of characters. There's no creating decision-making traits, Chris Evans as Captain America doesn't kill anybody.
Right.
Chris Evans didn't make that decision for the character. The comic books make that decision for the character.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right? There's no creating of a personality on screen when it comes to the MCU.
I never thought about it that way. Wow, you have a very interesting point.
Right? So, also another thing is that there's more artistry involved with original stories versus adaptations. With adaptations, there's more nuance. Right? Something that the MCU attained early on in the building of this cinematic universe was creative control, right? And creative control allows them to make small changes to the source material, right? And that's only so comic book readers don't go to the movies and say, well, I read that on screen, or I read that in the book. That's exactly how it happened in the comics. That's the only reason they have creative control, so they can make small changes to prevent that from happening.
Okay.
I read that in the book. Even though sometimes people want to see it on, like, look at Harry Potter, right? Fantastic books. I've heard, I've never read them, but amazing movies. Like, I think the Harry Potter series is the only, book to film that a lot of people really enjoy. Most book to film movies, people are like, it's got nothing on the book.
Right. Yeah. Such as Lord of the Rings, Twilight, and whatnot. People
Maze Runner and all that.
Right.
So people typically have issues with book to film. But Harry Potter was the only one to, or that I know of, was the only one to like have worldwide renown and regard for the making of it. And the MCU, the only thing there's no artistry in the MCU.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Absolutely. Because the way you put it, bro, it really gets into a deeper level of what we spoke about, what cinema was for us growing up, you know? And that's definitely one thing. And Chris Evans even agreed with it. Quentin Tarantino, another fantastic icon, legend, he said that the stars are not the actors. It's the characters that they're playing. You know, people go to the theaters not to see Chris Evans or Robert Downey Jr. They're going to see Iron Man and Captain America.
Exactly.
You know, and someone asked Chris Evans very recently, did he agree or something like that? And he said, yeah, Quentin's right. We're not the stars, you know? And then I don't know what else the answer was, but somebody asked him as well, like, do you something about like, do you see yourself acting long? And he said, not really. You know, I kind of just want to stay home and smoke. Something along those lines. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, wow. Chris Evans, I forget that Chris Evans is his own person and he's not this Captain America.
Exactly.
He's not this patriot that we seen in the past 12, 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
So after Martin Scorsese made his comment, of course, people reacted to it. There was a quote from the late Chadwick Boseman, and what Chadwick had to say was that the mystery that Scorsese is talking about in Black Panther, if he saw it, he didn't get that there was this feeling of not knowing what was going to happen that Black people felt. Right there, I immediately stopped caring about his quote because Martin Scorsese is simply talking about artistry.
Yeah.
And as soon as he said that, Chadwick Boseman made it about race.
Yeah.
You know? He goes on to say that Scorsese is a genius at what he does and is a genius at what he does. And he goes on about the Black Panther film.
Mm-hmm.
Chadwick says that we felt that angst. We felt that thing that you would feel from cinema when we watched it. You know, that's cultural. Maybe it's generational.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's taking an opinion about art, right? And turning it into a race statement, you know?
Right.
And I didn't appreciate that. You know, I like Martin Scorsese wasn't critical of Black Panther. He wasn't critical about Black artists in any of the MCU films. He was critical about, the MCU's place in cinema.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it.
And I didn't appreciate this quote from Chadwick Boseman.
All right. Well, I mean, let's talk about this next character. I mean, this next actor, because I know that you really like this guy. I know that you really respect him, and I think you said that you want to work with him as well.
I would.
That would be amazing. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
So he actually had a response himself, and he said, and quote, I mean, that's like saying Bugs Bunny ain't funny. Films are films. Everybody doesn't like his stuff either. Jackson told Variety's Angelique Jackson at the grand opening of Tyler Perry's new studio in Atlanta, Georgia. Super huge, by the way. You saw that?
It's big.
Jesus. Anyways, everybody's got an opinion. So, I mean, it's okay. Ain't nobody, not everybody, nobody's going to stop making movies. I'm trying to read it and quote from him, but I'm not sounding like him, and I don't even feel comfortable saying it. You know, I'm gonna say how he put it. Everybody's got an opinion, so I mean, it's okay. Ain't going to stop nobody from making movies, motherfucker.
That's not what the quote said.
No, I just had to put it in there.
But I think Sam Jackson's response is actually the most fair.
Yeah.
Right? He understands that. He's
done both.
Yeah, he has done both. He has done both types of cinema, right? He understands that there is just opinions in this world, you know? And I like what he said. Not everybody likes his stuff either.
It's very true. Yeah. It's very, very true. Samuel L. Jackson even has something to say about what Quentin Tarantino had to say, which we all know Quentin Tarantino and Samuel L. Jackson have worked multiple times.
Very good working relationship.
Very great working relationship. Because he said something, you know, about Tarantino's comments about how, you know, they're not the stars, you know, the characters are. Samuel L. Jackson didn't really agree with it because if Chris Evans or Robert Downey Jr. was walking down the street, they're still looking at this face. You know, they're not looking at a dude with a suit or a dude with a shield or anything like that. They're looking at this walking human, Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. So he had a little disagreement with that, but, you know, that doesn't stop them from working. It's just, you know.
You said Sam Jackson disagreed with Quentin's statement?
Yeah.
Well, Sam Jackson's had a career long before the MCU.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson has over 200 movie credits. He's made over like $8 billion for Hollywood.
The youngest, $8 billion?
Yeah, that's why he got the honorary Oscar.
He has one?
An honorary Oscar. That doesn't count.
Oh man, yeah, I know. So sad. I still believe he'll get it. He should have got it for Django, but that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about we both love this next writer director that we want to talk about regarding this Martin Scorsese situation. Mm-hmm. The one and only James Gunn.
Yes.
Let's talk about his response.
James Gunn responded in a tweet. He said, Martin Scorsese is one of my top 5 favorite living filmmakers. I was outraged when people picketed The Last Temptation of Christ without having seen the film. And he says that he was saddened that he is now judging my films in the same way.
Man.
Right? So
that's sad because that literally falls in the whole thing of don't meet your heroes. Man, I am so scared of that quote, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, don't meet your heroes because you'll just be disappointed.
Yeah.
That's sad to me, you know? So it's really sad to know that James Gunn himself is going through that.
Well, here's what I'll say about James Gunn's response, right? He says that he was outraged when they picketed The Last Temptation of Christ, which was a Martin Scorsese film, came out in the early 80s.
Okay.
Right? It was an adaptation of a novel. It was a book where it depicted Jesus Christ as having sexual desires, you know, which I believe would be hard for a lot of people, you know. There's a show out. I don't know if they still make episodes, but it's called Black Jesus. And it's supposed to be satire. I tried to watch one episode. I couldn't get halfway through it because I don't know. I just don't feel right about watching, you know, satire about God or Jesus or something like that, you know? So that was the controversy about that film. He's saying that Christians back then picketed the film without even seeing it. Mm-hmm. Martin Scorsese, in his own quote, said he tried. You know? Mm-hmm. So I feel like James Gunn is doing a little too much. He's in his feelings for sure.
Yeah, I mean, but he also started the quote by saying, I don't see them
anymore.
Right. So, but
he started by saying, I don't see them because he tried.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, you know, he still has films that, for example, let's say, sure, he tried Marvel, but maybe he could have tried Suicide Squad. There's something DC. Maybe he should have sat down and watched Peacemaker, you know? No, but I look, man, I get it. I really do. Martin Scorsese, again, he's a very respectable man. He's very respectable in the industry himself. That's why he has one of those cards. What is it? The do anything you want cards?
Yeah.
You know, he has one of those, you know, and...
Bro, he definitely has one of those.
He has one.
Did you watch The Irishman? Did you even try?
I tried. Yes. I did try. I definitely tried.
I didn't try.
No,
I know. We just watched Oppenheimer. I can sit for 3 hours in a theater. I could not sit for 3 hours at home.
That's exactly my reason as to why I had to watch Oppenheimer in theaters, because I cannot do it at home. And yeah, Irishman, that's what happened. Very interesting the first hour and a half, but then when I realized I needed another hour and a half, I was like, I'm tired.
Yeah,
I just want to get up. I want to go do something.
Exactly. So he definitely has one of those do anything cards. But yeah, you know, I felt like James Gunn was just.
Did Kevin Feige have something to say? Because he's
the big man.
He's the big man behind Marvel. Did you know he was like a executive producer on the original Spider-Man or something like that?
Not the original Spider-Man. The first X-Men movie.
X-Men? He didn't have nothing to do with Spider-Man?
No. Spider-Man was 2004.
Spider-Man was 2001 or 2.
No, the very first Spider-Man was 2004 with Tobey Maguire.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a DTF competition. The very first Spider-Man did not come out. 2004 was Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What was the first one?
It's okay, brother. Let's see. Spider-Man release date. December 17, 2000. Oh, that's 2021. I'm talking. Come on, Tobey Maguire. Come on.
Herb thinks I feel it came out 2021.
Bro, I feel like my Google should know my age by now. Like, what the hell is this? 2002.
Okay.
2002.
So, but no, Kevin Feige was actually a production assistant on the original X-Men with Sir Ian McKellen, Sir Patrick Stewart, James Marsden, Halle Berry, Hugh Jackman. The very first X-Men that came out in 2000. Kevin Feige was a production assistant on that.
Gotcha. Movie. You know what I'm thinking about? I forgot what it was. What's his dude's name? Bill Hader. Bill Hader was on... not an executive producer, but he was some actor that's famous today that was an on-set worker. Like, he wasn't an actor or anything.
Yeah.
He was like what's it called? A DA or something like
that? PA.
production assistant. Yeah. And he said that those hours were drenching. I believe it. That's why he, when he's on set, he always respects them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what did Kevin Feige, did he have anything to say about it?
Yeah. Kevin Feige, he just says that everyone has a different definition of cinema. He continued to call Scorsese's words not true and unfortunate.
It is.
Simple, straight to the point in his response, but is it not true? I wouldn't say. I don't agree with it not being not true. I'm telling you, I told you, I agree with Martin Scorsese.
So, but you like Marvel?
I have a love-hate relationship with it.
Interesting.
Like I said.
At least right now, because of the whole TV shows and everything that's happening. It's overbearing.
So, yes, there is a lot of superhero fatigue involved, but it's like I said earlier. The MCU is a large series of action films. I already don't like action films.
Yeah.
The only thing that keeps me attached to this is the superhero aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But I can't just, like, if there are no superheroes, if like I can't even imagine. I don't know, action movies with. I'm tripping, man.
Look, I believe if you really think about it, if we take every 15 years going back, there was always a thing in movies. You know, mm-hmm. Like remember when horror was really killing it in the 2010s, bro? Mm-hmm. Everybody tried to do horror. Yep. What's this girl's name? Jennifer
Lawrence?
No. Megan Fox, is it?
Megan Fox?
Yeah, Megan Fox, is it?
What did she do?
She did Jennifer's Body.
That's right, Jennifer's Body.
She did Jennifer's Body. Like people really wanted to step into the horror. 90s was actions, 80s was action, 70s, 60s love and whatever, you know? So right now we're really in this superhero.
There's a vampire era.
Exactly, a vampire era and everything like that. So right now we're in this superhero era.
So what you're saying
I wonder how long this is going to be.
Yeah, what you're saying is be hopeful that we'll end soon.
In a way, I hope it ends. Man.
MCU should have ended after Endgame. There's no topping that.
I wouldn't say end. I don't think they should have ended it. I just think they should have just kept it the way it was going. Give us 1 or 2 movies a year, but it just dropped shows and all that. I was like, whoa.
No, they should have ended it.
Like we loved the anticipation, and now we're here just getting something left and right that we didn't even ask for.
But if they didn't end it, they should have at least rebooted it. You know, introduce new heroes in a new timeline. Versus trying to include 60 people in the current story.
I was just gonna say something like that. Imagine if we just are introduced to a new timeline of Marvel.
Yeah,
you know,
brand new timeline.
Brian,
take us back to 2008 and just redo everything. Wow. You know, so
somebody get Kevin Feige on the phone. I have an idea. All right,
oh man.
Okay, well, I mean, that's what we have then, man.
Yeah, hopefully people stop hating on Martin Scorsese because he knows what he's talking about. Yeah. In my eyes, I definitely agree with him about what he said.
Martin, he's old school, man. He's old school, and again, I respect him. If you listen to everyone's response to what he said, Kevin Feige ended it with "It's unfortunate." Goes on to say of how respectable Martin Scorsese is. You know, so you know. Who knows? Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully Marvel changes something up where, you know, it can give us a little bit better understanding as to what cinema looks like today, you know? Yeah. Anything else you have to say?
I would just, you know the usual. I encourage everybody to go follow us on all of our social media. Yeah. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on X. We're just made a TikTok at Discuss a Film for all of it. Thank you so much. If you guys click that link in our bio, you'll see all the places we can be streamed.
Yep, absolutely. And on all of those platforms as well, specifically Twitter, X. I got to get used to that. X and Instagram, YouTube, places that you can leave comments. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell us what you think about this episode. Tell us what you think about Martin Scorsese and his comments. Tell us if you think if he's wrong or right, or if you're on the fence like I am. If there's nothing else, let's wrap this up.
My name is Frankie.
And my name is Herb. We'll talk to you soon.